guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for joining us here again. Today I'm really excited because we're going to be wrapping the Christmas presents. I love this part of Christmas. I find it really fun to gift, and I'll be wrapping up all the Christmas presents that we've bought for our family. This year I've done my best to be a bit more eco-friendly than I have been in years gone past. I'm a sucker for beautifully designed wrapping paper, but within the last year I've learned that those type of papers are not actually recyclable. And I don't know about you guys, but I felt a bit naive because I assumed that because wrapping paper is essentially paper, it would mean that all wrapping papers are automatically recyclable. And over the last year, things kept popping up, and I did do my own research as well, and there are wrapping papers out there which are sadly not recyclable. And I don't know exactly how to spot it. I think if it is recyclable, it will definitely tell you on the tube, but definitely not the ones with a lot of gold, silver or copper foil in them. Those won't be recyclable because they've had to add things into the paper mix to get the beautiful designs, because let's admit it, they are really nice to look at, but not very good for the planet. So this year I've decided to go all craft paper again, and I wanted to try something that I kept seeing pop up all over Pinterest last year, but I didn't have the time to try it out. But this year I wanted to dry my own oranges to put on the wrapping paper with some twine. So I've already dried a batch. I'm going to take you into the kitchen with me. Got some nice crackling fireplace in the background today. And actually, before I go into the kitchen, I wanted to show you our Christmas puzzle that we completed a few days ago. So this is the scene that I was showing you guys on my Instagram. Santa and all the village people. We actually did a version of this puzzle because I bought a box with two 1,000-piece puzzles in them. So this is the second one. We did the first one last year. The first one actually had a Mrs. Claus as well. But this one is really nice, and we've got the Santa Express with all the presents. A Christmas puzzle is like one of the best ways to get in the festive mood, I think. I love it. I do one every year. And actually, this one that you may have seen over here, I won in an eBay bid by accident. And oh, there goes Mr. Snowman. This guy always falls off here. Need to help him out all the time. There you go. Stay there. Yes, this one I won by accident in an eBay auction, but Stephan laughs at me because he doesn't think it's an accident. What I did is I actually placed a bid on it quite early on, and because it was so low, I was like, oh, I'm sure someone else is going to bid on this and win the auction, because I'm not going to bid on it again. But because I really liked it, I just placed like a really cheap bid on it. And then it turned out that no one else did. And then a few days later, I got an email saying that I'd won. I don't know about you, but when it comes to Christmas, I'm not one to go minimal. I love the traditional red and green, all the festive scenes. I love this one because it just shows what's going on in every bedroom the night before Christmas. Got the kids sleeping, got Christmas lunch being prepared, the dining table's all set up, baby's fast asleep, hiding the gifts, and the living room. Look how cozy that looks. And look, it's like fireplace dreams. I've got the fireplace on now because this is what I want. So yeah, a really nice puzzle. And because we finished our puzzle, I may start this one. Who knows? I mean, we usually buy a puzzle for every Christmas, but considering I did this one, which actually I bought last year, maybe I'll do this if I have time, who knows. Oh, and this is a book that I've really enjoyed reading. Stephan bought it for me because he kept seeing it. And it's really weird because I have also seen this book pop up in my feed, just in adverts and things. And actually the first place I saw it was in the Waterstones near where I work in central London. And it's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. I used to see people reading it on the train all the time on the way to and from work. And for some reason, I never just looked into it more, but I did notice that I kept seeing it more and more and more. But it's so beautiful. He's written me a nice message there. But it's basically, it's so simple. There's nothing earth-shattering or mind-bending about it, but it's just got the most beautiful perfectly imperfect illustrations inside, which are done with ink and scanned in, so they look really nice and authentic. All the words are also written by ink, and it's just got the most heartwarming messages about life and things that we all already know, but you know, it's just nice to see them in print on paper and to remind yourself, especially like at this time of year. One of my favorite pages is this one, right? And also I love that illustration in the tree, but also the one that, this is really beautiful. It's really important, like what you think success is. A lot of us think it's money, achievements, material things. But what is success? To love, said the mole. And then this page. What do you want to be when you grow up? Kind, said the boy. Look how nice that is. Also, Stephan really likes foxes, so it was quite nice that it had a fox in it. We've also got foxes in our Christmas tree. Although it looks quite thick, it actually, you can read it in one sitting. I read it in 2 sittings, which were probably about 10 to 15 minutes each, just because I was looking at the illustrations so closely. Oh, and this, my sister drew me this. Look how nice this is. I'm going to go over to the window again. This is just an illustration she did in like 5 minutes. There's her little peony stamp. She just chose one like a monochrome color pencil vibe, which I'm actually really liking. I appreciate this because she probably did it to match with the aesthetic that I like, but it's really sweet. I'm looking after it so I can get it framed. It's got 2 cute lambs and a cute little rabbit. So that was nice of her. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this safe in a book or something until I get a frame for it because I love it. My sister actually graduated with a 2-1 in illustration this year, so we're all really proud of her, and she does have an Instagram, so I will put it here and also link it down in the description box. Right, now we're going into the kitchen. So these are the first batch of oranges that I managed to dry last week. I wanted to do a test round because I hadn't done it before. And they turned out really well. So the instructions I was following told me to cut the oranges into thin slices and then you put them in the oven at 120 degrees for 3 hours. So it does take a really long time. And then every half hour, you flip them over. So I would set the timer for 30 minutes each time and then just flip it over. So to make up 3 hours, I would have had to do 6 sets of 30 minutes. I did wonder if they were drying fast enough. So in rounds 3 and 4, I think I put the temperature up a bit to 130 or 140, and then realized that I shouldn't do that because I started to see that the skin was blackening a bit. And this one isn't too bad, but I did have to throw one away because it was too dark. So I think you shouldn't go above the optimal temperature, but they do dry really nicely. I'll just show you like this. So what I plan to do is put twine through the hole in the orange, and then I've also got another bit of decoration which I'll show you later, and then that will be positioned on the present with the orange, and it should all look very nice. So I'm about to start batch 2, and I've got my cooling rack with me. This is where I will put the oranges, and then I'll put this straight into the oven. I decided to use this because I wanted to make sure that the air circulation was even on top and underneath. So this is actually the amount of orange slices I've got out of 3 oranges, and I've got 3 more. So just get my 3 oranges out. Hello. So I've got my chopping board and I'm going to cut these 3 oranges up. I've chosen the sharpest knife that we have right now because I want to try and get it as thin as possible. I think last time I may have cut some a bit too thick, which is why they didn't dry out fully enough. So I'm going to try. Oh, and the other thing you need is a cloth to squeeze off the excess juice. So I'm using this just because I don't need it. It's really easy to wash and it's really good actually for soaking up the excess moisture. So after I cut the slices, I just pat them in this before I put them on the cooling rack and before they go into the oven. Okay, so I've just finished slicing the 3 oranges. I think I succeeded in managing to cut them thinner than last time. Just because last time I only managed to fill up 1 tray from 3 oranges, and this time it's a tray and a half. So I think here we've got should I include this one? Yeah, why not? So these are the oranges before they go into the oven. And I need to get the oven ready, so I think I will remove the oven tray because we don't need that, and then I will make some space between the 2 racks. So I think I'll put one here and one here. And I'm going to put it straight on top. And like I said, I'm using my cooling racks just because they have holes in them. And I want the heat to circulate around properly. So I'm just going to place it straight on there. It's quite hard to do with one hand. So yeah, that should be fun. And then this guy will sit on here. Okay, and switch the oven on. So we've got top bottom heat and 120 for 30 minutes, but I'm going to do the first one at 35 minutes because it usually takes the oven about 5 minutes to heat up. And that's fine. And start, so it's already started ticking down. Our oranges are safely inside. And we'll see you in half an hour. Okay, so I've come into the living room again with my first batch of oranges. Here's some I made earlier. And I'm gonna start the twining. Finish off the wrapping of the presents that I've wrapped so far without showing you too much. They're in this brown craft wrapping. Here's this one for, I can't show that one. I can maybe show this one. This is for our newborn niece, so she won't be mad if she sees this. So the wrapping is plain brown craft paper, completely recyclable. And I've also got 2 more things to add. This year I opted for no tags, and I just wrote the names on the craft paper itself, just for a change. I usually always do calligraphy tags, but I just felt like something different this year. So I've opted for this tall uppercase font. In case you're wondering, Tonton is Stephan and Shubi is the nickname of our newborn niece, who's actually called Sophia. So in addition to the oranges, like I said earlier, I bought this red and white twine, super Christmassy, really nice. And then as well as the twine, I bought these. So these are reusable pine cone decorations. I will be encouraging all the people that I gift with these decorations to keep these and use again for gifts that they may want to give other people, and if they're not going to reuse them, then I will politely ask for them back so that I can reuse them myself, so that way nothing goes to waste. But these are really nice. I found these on Amazon. This is what they look like, and then this will sit with, I'm thinking just to use one orange per gift. And then obviously the orange will have the twine going through the middle, and then I don't want to show you any writing, so I'm just going to come back this way. The orange will go through the middle of the gift, and then this part is bendable, but I can't do it with one hand, but this will be able to bend around the twine as well, and then it will just sit nicely together on the craft paper, and if you can envision, it will look something like this with the twine. I'm not sure whether I want to do the twine as a crisscross going both ways or just one way. I think I will have to chop and change it depending on the size of the present. So I'm going to start doing that now. Okay guys, so I've given you a sample of what the wrapping looks like. I'm going to go ahead and continue wrapping all of them now. And I think there's only a couple of minutes left for the first 30 minutes of the oranges to be done before I need to flip them over. I was right, there's literally 44 seconds until I need to flip them over. So, ready? And my own gloves. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I open my oven, I need to step back a bit because of how much steam comes out. Oh, there we go. Let's just stand back. Ooh, nice. Okay. So I think I'll flip them one by one first, instead of taking both trays out at once. So right now they still have some moisture in them. Oh gosh, it smells really warm. So once I flip these over, I'll put them straight back in the oven. Here on this one you can see the skin start to dry out a bit more. I guess because he's a small little guy. Let's quickly put this one back in. And get this one out. So this is only round one. There are 5 more rounds to go. I'm not going to get tempted and crank up the heat this time. I'm just going to have to be patient. It's quite therapeutic to do actually, this flipping over process. They haven't really hardened at all at this stage. They're a bit fiddly to flip over still because they're still a bit juicy, but as time goes on you'll see them start to harden and soon they'll be really easy to flip over. So I'm just going to space these out again and the tray and put them back in the oven. For another 120, yes, for another 30 minutes. So this is on round 2 now, and I'll show you what they look like at the end after all 6 rounds. So yeah, I think I'm just going to put on a Christmas movie and finish off the rest of the wrapping. By that time the oranges will be done, the wrapping will be done, and then I'll be able to check in with you guys later. What Christmas movie shall I watch? I can't watch anything too classic because we're leaving the classic movies to watch next week when Stephan and I are both actually off for Christmas from next week. So I can't watch Home Alone or anything like that because Stephan would want to watch that with me. I have seen a few cheesy Christmas movies popping up on Netflix. I also have Disney Plus because we're sharing the account with our niece. I mean, obviously her parents pay for it, but they've very kindly let us have a user account on their Disney Plus. I watched a movie on there. Hang on, let me just pause this. Noelle, which has got the girl from Pitch Perfect in it. I can never remember her name, but she's really funny and I love her acting. And also one called Godmother. So they were more like funny, comical movies. And then on Netflix, I watched 2 really heartwarming ones. They're like the cheesy Christmas movies. One was called Holidays Made to Order, which was about a lady who had a small business decorating, which, hello, could be me. I literally felt like it was me. And she was hired by a guy that she met in like the lobby of a company that hired her to do their Christmas decorations, but the guy was like wasn't into what she was doing and he thought it was a complete waste of time, and he ends up having to host Christmas for his family and he doesn't know what to do, so then he hires her to decorate his house for Christmas, and she does such a good job and she's so like Christmassy that he keeps her around for the whole week that the family's there, and she arranges Christmas activities and things like that. But as well as being like a really Christmassy movie to watch, and visually it's just really nice, it's also really heartwarming because it's about following your dreams and your passions. And this guy, he's actually an architect, but he's an architect for a large company that does like huge buildings, but his dream was to be a single family homes architect, and at the end they both leave their jobs and follow their dreams. That's a very nutshell version of what happens, but it was a really heartwarming one. I am a sucker for cheesy Christmas movies. I don't like it when it's got a bad production and then you can tell like they didn't have that much of a budget, but if it's good quality in the filming, then I will watch it, and if it's got a good storyline. And actually these cheesy ones have a really nice storyline and they like get you right here, you know? So I do love watching my fair share of Christmas cheesy movies. Like I say, the classics I'm going to leave to later. I'm going to have a look now what I can put on while I gift wrap. Okay, so feel good romantic Christmas movies. I've seen this one pop up a lot, but for some reason every time I think, hey, I'm going to watch it, something puts me off. But then it says 98% match, so maybe I will like it. But I think Stephan wants to watch this one too, so I'll wait for him. This I watched last year and loved it. It was so good. I might rewatch this one again because I liked it so much. And it's got the girl from Vampire Diaries. Christmas Inheritance, yeah, not bad. Christmas Wonderland. 98% match. Yeah, why not? I might give this one a go. Oh, she looks like Carrie Underwood. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to try and watch this one. Why not?
So, yeah, Mom said it was totally fine if I threw a party while you were here, so...
And get stuck into the wrapping and have something to eat. I'm having leftover pasta. This is actually gluten-free pasta from last night's dinner. So I'll have that to eat because I'm actually starving now because I've been filming this whole time. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Sorry guys, I completely forgot to mention the second movie I watched on Netflix, and that was called Christmasland. Super heartwarming, super Christmassy, a really good, feel-good tearjerker. Yes, I may have cried. I cried in the holidays made to order as well, actually. What can I say? Sensitive soul. So yeah, Holidays Made to Order and Christmas Land on Netflix. Good watches if you're looking for something a bit off mainstream. And really good family watches as well, actually, if you're looking to watch with the rest of your family, kids included. So I'm going to end the vlog here, guys. I hope you enjoyed my Christmas wrapping process. I really did try to have a more sustainable wrapping solution for this year because it was really bugging me that all these shiny metallic foil Christmas wrapping paper, just there's nowhere for it to go. And I think a lot of the problem is awareness, and like for myself, I didn't know about it. And I'm sure there are lots of people out there that don't actually know that these papers can't be recycled. So I hope that this informs some of you if you didn't know already. And if not, I hope it also encourages you to also think about how you can be more sustainable with your wrapping as well. I hope you like the outcome. I think they look really cute. I love how the dried oranges turned out. And then once it's with the twine and the foliage and everything, it looks really nice on the craft wrapping paper. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, actually. I'm just going to wait for Stephan to come home now and edit this, really. We've been doing Chloe Ting workouts, if you know about her. They're not easy, hey. So I'm going to edit a bit, get changed into my workout outfit, and then by that time Stephan will be home and then we'll do a bit of workout. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate all your feedback on all our vlogs that we do, and also all your kind feedback on our photos that we take around London, which is on our Instagram page. I love seeing what you think of each one. I hope you'll continue to have a happy festive season. Those of you that are bubbling up for the Christmas holiday itself, I hope that you have the best time in making memories. So yeah, I'm going to get to editing now, and I will see you in the next Vlogmas. Bye!